What do Space Invaders, Wizards of War, and Missile Command all have in common? Well, I'll tell you. Video games owe a huge debt of gratitude to what is now seen as a novelty: arcade machines. Atari and other game consoles gained popularity because they ported games from these arcade machines to their consoles. And the consoles were seen as an arcade you could have in your own home. As I mentioned in the first episode, the Atari was released with 9 games. Of those games, 5 of them were originally arcade games. Indy 500 was Indy 800. Starship was Starship 1. Surround was Blockade. Video Game Olympics was a collection of Pong variants. Combat was Tank/Jet Fighter. Atari did alright when it came out in 1977, in spite of the video game crash of the same year. And when Taito released its Space Invaders arcade machine in 1978, just a year later, it was the shot in the arm that the video game industry needed in order to get back on its feet. It's very interesting. Many of today's shooters can trace their lineage from today all the way back through their influences to Space Invaders. Yes. Posh, posh, posh. A few years later, Atari licensed Space Invaders and created their own port for the Atari 2600. In that year, sales doubled over previous sales. They sold 200 million, nope, not 200 million, that would be a lot more than what they actually sold, okay. They sold 2 million units. And I gotta be honest, a lot of the ports were pretty true to the original arcade games. So, here to put these arcade games become Atari games to the test are my player 2s for today. Let's go to the couch. With us we have Evelyn and Isaac. And can you guys tell us how old you are?
I'm 5.
5 and 4?
Uh-huh.
Okay, how old do you think I am?
16.
16. Do you have a guess?
No.
No? Do you guys play video games?
Well, we don't. I don't. I do.
You do? What video games do you play?
I do not know that.
You don't know the name? Does it have Ninja Turtles in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys ever played Atari games before?
No.
No. What do you think an Atari game might look like?
I do not know.
No? Yeah. What would you imagine it to look like?
I think I'll have bad guys in the city. I don't like bad guys.
No?
And so is me.
Is there anything you're looking forward to with trying this new game?
No.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah? What are you looking forward to?
I do not know.
So the game we're going to have you play today is called Missile Command. Alright?
Silly.
Alright.
That looks like nothing. How do you put the game in? I'm a...
You can try. That's fine. There you go.
How do they get the cities? I don't know how to do this. It would be better if you just move around the table. Why is it like...
So now that you've tried the game, what do you think of it?
Bad?
Anything you liked or anything that you thought was cool?
No.
Would you play it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give up.
If you had to give this a number of points out of 10, how many points would you give it?
91.
Alright, so we're going to play the Atari. Yep, go ahead and put it in.
Isaac, do not know.
Are there maybe some switches on there? What do you think of Space Invaders?
I do not know.
Is there anything that you liked about it? Any?
The rocket ship.
Would you play it again?
Yeah. Actually, no.
No? Does this remind you of any other games that you play? If you had to give this game points, like out of 10 points, how many points would you give it? 10? You liked it that much? Alright, this next one is called Wizards of War.
No, I have nothing to do.
Here you go.
I feel like this one. Why is all of Isaac's running and two of mine are not?
That's how many lives you have left.
Now I don't have any.
Yep. Because he has no guys in the battle. So, what do you think of Wizards of War?
Kinda good.
What do you like about it?
I like that it turns orange when you don't play it anymore. And I like the rocket chips.
So, would you play this one again?
No thanks.
If you gave this one points out of 10, how many points would you give it?
I would give 100. I would give 1. I mean 0. This is kind of fun.
So, what do Space Invaders, Wizards of War, and Missile Command all have in common? They used to be arcade games that were ported to the Atari. They, along with Joust, Dig Dug, Defender, Pac-Man, we'll get to that later, they were huge draws to the Atari 2600, and it allowed you to play the arcade games that you loved without a pocket full of quarters weighing you down. If you know someone who might enjoy things like this, please share. And if you think I've got something wrong or if there's another game you want me to check out, please comment. Thanks, everybody.